Hello, I'm Ada Hasloecher with the Divorce and Family Mediation Center, and I want to continue my conversation about the marital home and tidy up some loose ends on some of the things I touched on in the last two videos. Today, I want to talk about three things: the timing of either selling or refinancing the house, the structural and non-structural repairs that need to happen to the house while one spouse may be living there for some period of time, and whether the couple received some help from their parents to purchase that home. So let's first start with the refi or the sale. We have to discuss in the mediation what the timing is going to look like for that. So using my couple, Jack and Jackie, the couple both agree that Jackie will continue to stay in the house for another 2 years or maybe 3 years before either there's going to be a refinancing of the house by Jackie in order to buy out Jack's share of the equity and take his name off the mortgage and the deed, or they both agree at that period of time when that is up that they're going to sell the house. And so there are a lot of little details that we have to talk about here. When is she going to let Jack know her intentions about doing the refi? When does she need to close on that? And do we want to have either an on or before date by which this will happen, or a no sooner than date and a no later than date? So I know this sounds a little confusing, but trust me, when we work together, I'm going to go into a lot of detail about what that needs to be looking like. Because at some point, we need to really count out how long the timing is going to be and when the refinancing needs to start moving forward and when the expected closing would be. Same thing with the sale. Just because you put the house up for sale today doesn't mean it's going to close tomorrow. And if the timing of the sale is also timed with when the spousal support may be ending, we really want to take a look at that. The other thing we want to talk about is if Jackie is going to continue living in the house for another year or 2 or 3, there are structural and non-structural repairs that will definitely come up about the house. And while Jack still has a investment, a financial investment in the home, any structural repairs, we have to discuss how they would be sharing in them. Like if the boiler goes or the air conditioning goes, or God forbid, the tree falls on the roof of the house and they're out of pocket for expenses. But then there are the non-structural repairs, things like the heating element on the dryer goes and a plumber has to be brought in. So how would they be sharing in those expenses if they're sharing them at all? So another discussion that we have to have. And then the last thing I want to talk about is this. A lot of times parents help their children purchase a home by giving them a down payment or some money toward the purchase. So the question is it a gift? Was it a loan? Most parents don't sign papers with their kids. They just give them the money. And there's kind of an understood idea about it that it's probably a gift, but it may be a loan because they do expect to be paid back. And when would that be? And this is a big bone of contention when couples are getting divorced, because if Jack's father, parents were the ones who gave them the money and called it a gift, but now Jack's saying my father and my parents want to be paid back, this is something that we really have to talk about in mediation. What was it? So a number of things that we need to discuss here. What I do want to say before I close today is if you are a parent and you are going to help your children purchase a home, put it in writing. If it's a gift, say it's a gift. If it's a loan, say it's a loan, and when the expectation would be that that repayment would happen. I know it sounds ridiculous, but trust me, it's not. Because in the event that your children end up getting divorced, this will be a big bone of contention with them. And you want to make sure that you're crystal clear about what the intention is about whether that money was a gift or a loan. So come to my table and let's talk about all of these things. Ada Hasloecher, Divorce and Family Mediation Center. Thank you for listening.